that at all levels of our political governance, there is absolute endorsement of this process. So therefore, as the officials of government are up here, I can now civilly say to the President, when we launch the National Outreach Program, and you have said to us that I really should be there, but I have to be in Bon County, the government will be represented. Indeed, Mr. President, the government was represented. I, Chala Ipabu, Executive Director for the Office for the Establishment of War and Economic Crimes Court, mandated to lead the establishment of a special war and economic crimes court and a national anti-corruption code for Liberia to address impunity, support the rule of law, and ensure accountability in the country, and by that bring full reconciliation and peace to our country. Do hereby, with the authority in me vested by His Excellency Joseph Nyumah Boakai Sr., President of the Republic of Liberia and the forerunner of the establishment of these two courts, now declare the formal launch of the National Outreach Program. Thank you very much. Please have your seat. I would love to ask your pardon to allow me to kindly recognize and call up to join the colleagues, the Assistant Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, the Honorable George Marshall. Mr. Marshall, I apologize, I didn't see you in the crowd, but please come up. Mr. Marshall was on the President's delegation to Banga, and he has said to me, I will do my best to be there if I'm released. Mr. Marshall, thank you very much. May God, who we serve, and may those who lost their lives as a result of the civil crisis, and those carrying bullet wounds and particles, injuries, questions that they don't find answers to, may all of them find justice, relief, and a peace of mind as we move forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Babu, and to all the government officials who just participated in the official launch. We will now take special remarks To begin with, the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. Do we have anyone from ECOWAS? Okay, we move on. UN Women. Special remarks, UN Women. The Swedish Embassy. The Embassy of the Republic of Ghana. The Embassy of the People's Republic of China. The Embassy of the Republic of France. The Embassy of the Federal Government of Germany, Federal Republic of Germany. The European Union. Her Excellency, Christine Umotoni, UN Resident Coordinator. Madam, thank you.
Thank you. Honorable ministers present and senior government officials, the executive director for OWECC, members of the diplomatic corps present, international organizations, dear UN colleagues, and I recognize Mr. Mukosa and the team who are here supporting, civil society organizations, everyone, all of you present here. I want to thank the Office for the establishment of the War and Economic Crime Court for Liberia, OWECC, for organizing this public event marking the launch of its communication and outreach strategy, a launch that they've done in the presence of important senior government officials here. But I really want to thank you for, first of all, doing it here. I see that there are people in the room, people downstairs, people outside, but it's a statement that you do the launch here. And you don't go rent another place or whatever, because it's also a piece of communication. And important to say that the OWECC is here. So thank you for that. Thank you for recognizing the efforts of OWECC-L and the leadership of Mr. Mukosa. And we are proud that he is collaborating quite well as a UN family. We are here to support national efforts. And what I would like to say that him and the team that are supporting you, they wouldn't do much if there was no national leadership, if your leadership was not here. This is a nationally owned process. They're able to do what they do or to accompany the process because the process exists. Because the process is here. So the UN is really either technical assistance or knowledge broker or sharing experiences, but the process belongs to the Liberians, and unless you lead the process, there's no one to follow. So thank you so much to all of you Liberians for the leadership of this process. Thank you to the ED for the work you do. Quickly, just to say, I'm also happy that this is a combination of a communication and an outreach strategy. Sometimes people just do communication and don't do outreach. And I think there is a difference, and there is a reason why this becomes very powerful. Communication involves active listening. I think you mentioned it in your speech, and really thank you for that powerful speech that you just gave us. The speech itself combines a lot of information, a lot of learning, a lot of communication on the issues. But communication involves active listening, clear messaging, national sensitivity or aligning to the national realities, feedback, citizenship feedback, top down, down top. So I would like to say that this is what you're doing, and it's very, very important. Outreach also, on the other hand, means that you amplify the impact. I think you talked about it. This is a whole of society issue. It doesn't belong to any one individual person. It's a whole of society issue. So outreach means that you are amplifying impact, but also that you are building trust and credibility in the process, because it's owned by everyone. Nobody will say this was his process, this was her process, but it is a Liberian process. So also it fosters inclusivity and involvement of communities. And with all this, it really drives positive change. I think what we want in all this at the end of the day is a better Liberia. And so thank you so much for this, and we really hope, I personally believe Liberia is at a crossroad of hope in all directions, of change and transformation in all directions, of yearning and trying to look for a better and country for your children and grandchildren. So these are all very, very important steps. Communication and outreach, therefore, is very critical. It's a very